Apparently, the funicular will not move. The mechanism is missing gears.
Let's try to look for them.
It looks like there was a settlement once.
So, where do we need to go?
Marin said we need to get to the very top of the mountain.
It's easier to climb up the mountain with stilt sticks. I think you can find some here if you look. Look! A dinosaur!
This is a blizzard, a primordial animal of the Lost Lands. I have met one before. This is a primitive arrow with a flint tip. This material will be useful to us. If you hit it with iron, you can strike a spark.
I have an arrow with an iron tip.
We could use some of these ice grippers. We need to look for more like this. The trail then climbs steeply. It is very deep in some places and slippery in others. It will be very difficult for us to climb here without special equipment.
Well, that's just great. The way is blocked again.
It's an avalanche! Kiana, run to the wall! Quickly!
We're trapped. What should we do now?
Don't panic. It's just snow. Let's try to break through it.
Phew. Oh, I already thought I would suffocate there. Grandma, you are such a beast. You can get out of any trouble.
You'll travel through the Lost Lands as much as I did, and you'll go wild too. Well, I mean, don't do that. Seriously, don't do that.
Okay, let's go. The way is open. Finally! We got there!
It looks like Marin wants to perform a ritual here.
Let's wait for him in the hut! My face is about to fall off!
Damn it, it won't turn. Looks like the lock is frozen.
Well, then use flint and steel!
I can't. The flint tip shattered into pieces the last time I lit the dynamite. Then there was that avalanche.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this! Give me a hammer! Ugh!
You're taking a long time.
Marin, you're already here. But how did you get ahead of us?
But the door was locked.
I am a magician. This is the main explanation. Don't bother your head with unnecessary information. Let's get straight to the point. I brought a book and put it on the table. Look into it, Susan.
Where did you get this information?
In the Academy Library, of course. I learned from the book about a primitive society that lived on this mountain many thousands of years ago, and practiced communication with the gods. This communication was not figurative, but direct. A victim was chosen and killed on the sacrificial table. If you believe the book, the murdered person then went to Limbo, where he or she communicated with the gods. Then they tried to revive the dead person. If it was the will of the gods, the dead person returned to life and told about his or her meeting with the gods. The main thing in this ritual is to not keep the dead person in limbo for too long. If the body completely cools down, then the soul of the dead person will be unable to come back.
I see. And how are we going to kill me?
First, we will need 4 sacrificial cups and a special sacrificial knife for the ritual. We will need to sprinkle this knife with the blood of 4 animals: horse, eagle, wolf, and boar.
Ah, here we go. That's it, Grandma. Consider your murder a failure. Where are we going to find such animals? During our entire journey, I never met any of the above. And beyond that, we still need to catch and overcome them somehow.
Kiana is right. We'll have to work hard, and it will take a long time, but there's no other way.
In our world, if we can't afford real crab meat, We eat cheap crab sticks. The product is more affordable, but the effect is almost the same.
I don't get it.
I got it! Grandma means that these animals can be replaced with other similar animals.
That's my granddaughter. It remains to understand where to look for the cups and the knife.
If the images of the cups in the book are close to reality, then it seems that we have encountered similar cups on our way. And the knife. The book says there's a burial site hidden somewhere around here. I think we should look for it.
It's strange. When we were standing outside, I didn't see any ancient burials on top. There was only the sacrificial table.
Unless this hut was later built on the burial site.
That's an idea.
There's the cup we need. How can we get it?
Take my bow and try to shoot it down.
Hey, buddy. Your owner needs your help.
Sorry, pig. We need boar blood. Do you think a chicken could pass for an eagle?
When I was wandering around looking for you, I came across a vulture. It would definitely pass for an eagle, but we won't get to the vulture. So I guess a chicken will do too.
We still need to catch it. I heard that if you drew a straight line on the ground, you could hypnotize a chicken. Let's try it.
Hello, Donkey. It's great you're still here. You'll be our donor.
have the knife. We can begin the ritual. I'm ready, Marin. Stab!
First, I will perform a magic spell to create contact with the other world.
Come on, come on!
Susan, are you sure about this?
Yes, do it already!
Marin, stop. Don't do this. Grandma! No! Grandma!
Where am I? What's happening to me?
Greetings, Susan the War Maiden. I am Goddess Drak Before I can decide what path you will take, we will look at your actions. There are 9 bowls of memories before you. Place an object over each bowl that is part of that memory.
My first trip to the Lost Lands.
You saved your son Jim from the Dark Lord, and helped reunite 2 brothers, Uri and Furi.
My first encounter with Marin.
Together, you defeated the 4 Black Riders and thus saved the world from the apocalypse.
The cursed gold of Gorasar Khan. I remember it. Everyone who touched it turned to stone.
You broke this curse.
Romantic Captain Finor Stalburn. He and his beloved became victims of Ral Obion.
You helped 2 loving hearts to reunite.
The abnormal awakening of the icy Tarsus threatened the natural balance of the Lost Lands.
That time, you were ready to sacrifice yourself to save the world.
Yes, but Fulner sacrificed himself. Time travel and time paradoxes. One of my most incredible adventures. Everything was turned upside down during it.
Yes, that's true. But you were able to put everything in its place and correct the mistakes of the past.
This is my most morally complicated story. I wasn't on the best terms with Jim. And then, Uri died. I didn't protect him.
But you found contact with your son, and together you defeated my brother Drak-Ul, who intended to rule all the 5 worlds.
It was the first time when Kiana accidentally came to the Lost Lands with me. I regret it. I didn't want to drag her into my affairs.
And now she drags you into them, so that you continue to help your friends as befits the Chosen One.
I spent so much time in the Lost Lands that my child did not know enough mothering. Apparently, I'm not a very good mother.
You are a very good woman, the Chosen. For many years you have helped everyone who asked for your help. More than once you have saved the Lost Lands from total destruction. You are the counterweight that was sent to these lands so that evil would never triumph in the world. Susan the War Maiden, through your actions you have earned the honor of remaining in the astral world, becoming a goddess on par with the Droks and other deities, and helping us all to maintain balance in the universe.
This is a very generous offer, Goddess. But first, hear me out. I have come for my friend, Dwarf Fulner Bogro. Long ago, he sacrificed himself for the world, and for me personally. We managed to save his soul then, but his body was lost. Since then, Fulner cannot find peace in other people's bodies. It kills him morally. All of us, his friends, suffer from it.
I know what you mean. Dark Priest Voldon has enslaved Fulner's mind to use it to hurt you and Marin.
But why does he need it?
Don't you remember? It was you who came to Voldon with the request to reincarnate Fulner in Uri's body. You deceived him by telling him that you had failed, although the Uri's body accepted the Fulner soul.
We were forced to lie! Boldan craved the knowledge and power that only members of the Madmen Order could possess. What would be the world if the priest could take possession of all this?
However, you deceived him. He found out about it and harbored a grudge against you. For many years, he has been approaching Fulner and gaining his trust. In the end, he came up with his plan for revenge. Turn Fulner against his friends and force him to kill them personally.
Listen, merciful Drak-Ohm, we can handle Boldan. I ask you for only one thing. Help Fulner return to his real body. The method that Boldan suggested to Fulner is fatal for him.
The lost natural body can never be returned. This is the law of the universe. But I can make up a new law that will help resolve the situation. Fulner will need to, for the rest of his life, take a transformation potion and wear a guardian amulet that will prolong and stabilize the potion's effect. Fulner will need to imagine his first body as clearly as possible for the potion to work. He will need to remember his image and concentrate on it with great clarity. The more vivid these memories are, the more correct the body transformation will be.
I understand.
But there is a price. At the moment your friend gains the body he desires, you, Susan the War Maiden, will leave the Lost Lands forever. And your friends from this world will forget about you and your participation in their lives.
Well, it's quite a high price. But for Fulner's sake, I'm ready.
Susan the War Maiden, now I will ask you one last time. Do you wish to join the gods?
I can't. My friends and my family are still in the world of the living. Maybe I'm an all-right chosen one, but I'm definitely not much of a goddess.
So be it.
Oh, I'm at Marin's house. It's gotten cleaner. Wait, did Marin finish the renovation? How much time has passed? What's the last thing I remember? We sacrificed me on the sacred mountain. Then I dreamed I was communicating with Dracom. Then... the amulet! I have the amulet for Fulner in my pocket! It wasn't a dream. I really was in limbo, and the goddess brought me back. She also gave me a recipe for the potion. I need to write it down quickly while I remember it. Well, what a sight I am. I can write the recipe on the back of the letter. Now, I need to collect all the necessary ingredients and prepare the decoction. Marin cleared away the trash, and mushrooms sprouted in its place. This is the tree I need. Corco went somewhere. Could he be looking for me? I need to test this potion on myself before giving it to Fulner. I must focus my thoughts on Fulner and clearly visualize his appearance before drinking the potion. I need a mirror urgently.
I can't believe my eyes. This is the very Fulner I remember. How I missed this face. Oh, and that same voice. What's this? What was this? Where did it fly? I think this fireball wants to lead me somewhere. I think I should follow it. The beaverlings have restored the dam.
Welcome, Masters.
What is this place? It looks like a dungeon.
Fulner, please listen to us.
Marin, it's me, Susan.
Susan?
Grandma?
Some mysterious fireball brought me here.
It was me. I gave you the signal when Fulner caught us and put us in a cage.
Okay, sit still for a bit more. I'll find a way to get you out.
Who are you? Are you me from the future?
Fulner, it's me, Susan.
Susan? But how can that be? Why do you look like me, but better? As you can see, my mutation did not go very well.
You shouldn't have been involved with Boldan. Why didn't you come to me, your friend, for help?
I lost my body because of you. All my suffering is because of you.
Bolden instilled this in you. He is deliberately turning you against us because he wants to take revenge for old grievances. You are just an instrument in his hands. Remember, I was going to sacrifice my body, but you got ahead of me. It was your decision.
And everything that happened next was just our attempts to return you to normal life in at least any body.
Because what matters to us is not how you look, but what's inside you. Perhaps you were right. I am a fool. I gave into Boldan's tales like a child, but I was so alone. I was trapped in someone else's body, like in a cage.
Look at me. Do you see? Do you see how I look? There is a way. We found it. Goddess Dracholm herself gave it to me. And she is more authoritative than your Bolden. We can return you to your body if you come to your senses and take our side.
Yes, I agree. Forgive me, friends. I'm ready to return.
Okay, but I can't give you this remedy now.
Why?
I can't say yet. There are some nuances. First, we need to defeat Boldan. After all, this priest won't leave us alone so easily.
Unfortunately, Bolden took my hammer from me. So if I go against him, I will be with bare hands.
Don't be upset. I brought you your hammer from the future. Now, this hammer and your other things are at the Marin's house.
Okay, Susan. Boldan is not here now. You can move freely around the fortress. I'll go get my weapon, and you can free everyone and think of a further plan.
We are all tied hand and foot. We need to cut it with something.
Falner has set up his base in this abandoned fortress. I think I can find something around here to cut the bonds. Behind the gates are the remains of the old siege that Jocko spoke of. There are many arrows there. We may need them against Bolden. We should race these gates somehow. This looks like a very high-tech forge. I recognize Falner's style.
Thank you, Susan.
What's our plan?
I would like to get into the tower somehow, but I haven't found the entrance yet. Can you help me? Come on, friends. Let's do it together. Come on!
How hard it is.
All the way.
Unbelievable. I thought the winch was controlling the gate, but it lifted the whole tower.
Now this is a level of secrecy.
Wow, it's big. Look, you can climb to the very top.
There's another winch in the wall. Maybe at least it'll turn out to be connected to the gate.
Susan, spin it. I'll look out into the yard and tell you if the gate goes up.
Well, are they rising?
No, but a shaft on a chain is spinning near the gate. I think one big gear is missing.
Well, at least we found out that this winch is connected to the gate after all.
Something happened. The winch isn't turning. We need to check it.
The gate is warped and jammed due to rusty guides.
The gate can rise to the top, but there is nothing to hold it up.
We need to find more arrows here. We've already seen that they can hurt Baldan.
Friends, I'm back. Susan, you look like you used to.
Oh, I didn't even notice that the effect wore off.
Well, now everyone is here. Let's take a little rest and discuss our next steps.
Fulner, where is Boldan now? Does he know about our meeting?
Boldan is a powerful mage. He could be anywhere right now, and he could know anything. However, if he hasn't appeared to stop us yet, then he's in the dark.
Let's hope so.
But we still have to meet him. How will we find him?
We won't have to search. Boldan left me an artifact to contact him. It's in the box in the forge.
We need some kind of weapon for this meeting, and preferably a magical one.
We have the bow and arrows. Fulner has the hammer.
We also have the sword. I mean, a blade for the future sword. We just need to finish it.
Yes, but all these weapons are not magical, and there is no other.
I had a special attachment for the blacksmith's hammer somewhere here in the fortress. The hammer, with this attachment, is capable of imbuing any weapon with magic if it is processed on the anvil. We can make all our weapons magical this way.
Excellent. Let's do that. Now, let's assign roles. Kiana will be the archer. She has proven that she can shoot accurately. Fulner will wield the hammer. I will wield magic. And Corco will take the sword.
Why should I take the sword? I can't wield a sword. I can help serve something, cover, and distract Boldan's attention, after all. I'm not a warrior.
I'll take the sword. I'll try. After all, I already have a personal score to settle with Boldan. He'll answer us for Fulner.
Well, what a mess I've done. Friends, I still haven't apologized for all this. Especially to you, young lady. It was an unfortunate introduction.
My grandmother told me many stories about you, so I know how wonderful you really are.
Well, now let's get rid of the last parasite from our lives. Then everything will be fine.
Yes, let's put an end to this issue.
This is the key to Boldan's box in the forge. You can summon Baldan with this ball. We will do it when we will be ready. This is Mount Kor's apple. Do you remember?
Of course. It was our first adventure together. This apple cured you of a fatal wound.
It still works, and can be useful to us in battle.
Come on, Susan. Light it up like I taught you. Atta girl. That's our way.
Susan, let me show you how this works. You put the weapon here. You can use the lever to change gears and set the power of the blow. For the hammer, I need the most power. I will need less power for swords and arrows. You can turn the valve to set the hammer to the highest position. You will need a lower level for swords and arrows. You can press the pedal a few times to get the hammer going. And the job is done.
Susan, we're ready. Call Buldan.
Susan the War Maiden, what a pesky mouse you are.
Bolton, we have Fulner captive.
So what? I don't care about him. He was weak and he was only supposed to be my puppet. But you came along and ruined everything as always. But I'll still find a way to destroy you and Marin.
Why don't we settle this now? Why should we put it off? Here we are, Marin and I. But something tells me that you are a coward. I think you are not as powerful as you think you are.
How dare you? Behold! Fulner, my boy, I didn't expect this from you.
I didn't expect it from myself either. Attack!
What happened?
Susan, I managed to cast a protective spell on you. You were the only one untouched by the explosion.
What should I do now?
Buldan is levitating. You can't reach him with hand weapons. You need to find all the arrows and hit Buldan with them. Hurry! Time is running out!
Ah! He hit me! Oh, it's painful.
Don't expect to get it.
This is ice. Kiana! She's breathing. That means she just passed out.
You can handle it. Admit it.
Montgore's apple. It restores health. Oh no, Corco. Corco, this is the apple of life. Take a bite of it when I get the arrow out. Phone. What about the hammer? Is it intact?
The Power Stone is lost. Without it, the hammer has no magic.
Marin, I'll help you. Ah! He hit me again! The Power Stone from Fulner's hammer. Why didn't I hurt him? I hit him!
Buldan has cast a protective field on himself. You won't be...
Marin, would a bottle of rum do?
Yes, we need to cast a destructive spell on it. Do it like I taught you.
I think I'm losing this battle!
Excellent. Now this bomb will do.
How ticklish. That. Right. Oh, you nasty!
Susan, you won! You did it!
Where is Boldan?
He fled into the tower. Leave him alone. He lost.
No! If I leave him alone, he won't leave us alone! Boldan, where are you? Let's talk! Boldan, I don't want to fight anymore. Let's resolve this peacefully.
I can't stand being fooled. We won't negotiate.
Oh, no, no, no! Dracom gave me this amulet with a potion. Accept it. And now, close your eyes and remember yourself as you were before. Remember in as much detail as possible.
Did it work?
I missed you, Folly. Farewell, my friends. I will miss you. Thanks for the years of adventure. Kiana, I will wait for you at home.
Miss Shepherd, what happened?
Nothing to worry about. Everything will be fine now.